Over the past 7 years of this channel, we've made hundreds of videos and managed to rack up about 19 million views, but it wasn't until recently that we had our first truly viral video. And the interesting thing is, it doesn't have anything to do with Uber, Lyft, or even the gig economy. It has to do with truck driving. So stay tuned to find out the details of this video and how much we made from it. Hello everyone, this is Elijah with the Rideshare Guy, and in this video we're going to be unpacking the mystery of how this trucking video managed to get 3.7 million views, how it got that, and also, probably the biggest thing in your mind, how much did we make off of that video. As you probably already know, anyone can upload a video on YouTube, but that doesn't guarantee that it's going to go viral. Every once in a while though, you could have a unicorn where people really enjoyed the video, they got great value of it, or they were very entertained by the video, or maybe even all of the above. That's why the science of how this video in particular went viral is a pretty amazing story. So without further ado, we're gonna actually move over to my computer so we can look at the analytics to see how much the video made and exactly how did it go viral. Alright, so the first thing that everyone is wondering is, how much did this bad boy make? So we're gonna pull the video up. Click on analytics, and this is going to show us how much the video is made. So the video has made in total $15,418.84. I think that number kind of speaks for itself. For those of y'all that haven't seen the video, this is a video about truck driving and how much you make, as well as kind of a day in the life of a truck driver. It's made by one of our contributors, John. Now, if you haven't seen John's video, then you might want to put pause on this video, go check it out, then come back. Don't worry, I won't get salty, I'll wait. But seriously, you can check this video out in the link in the description, the pinned comment, or you can click on the card in the top right hand corner right now. Now, we mainly make videos about Uber, Lyft, rideshare, and the gig economy, but we're always experimenting with other topics that our viewers and audience could benefit from, such as the video that we're talking about today. It's something that makes our channel just a little bit unique. And the pretty cool thing about YouTube is, YouTube will make a video go viral if people are generally enjoying it and getting value out of it. So it doesn't have to necessarily be in a quote unquote niche, because we're not in the trucking niche per se. And it also shows that you don't necessarily need a whole bunch of followers to go viral. Of course, I just made that statement. We're actually going to break down the details of why people love this video so much, as well as why YouTube went crazy promoting it. Now, you might be asking, Elijah, how was it that this video made that much money? Well, let's go into the science of it right now. First, you got to understand how YouTube works. So as y'all probably know, when you watch a YouTube video, a lot of times there's an ad that pops up before, maybe somewhere in the middle, and after the video. Well, the YouTube content creator actually gets paid a portion of that ad revenue. This is known as a YouTube ad revenue. And this is basically what you're seeing right here. See where it says your estimated revenue? That's coming from YouTube ad revenue, and a small portion from what they call YouTube Premium. That's for people that don't want to see any ads, so they choose to pay for YouTube Premium on a monthly basis. YouTube shares a little of that income with creators as well, so some of that is also YouTube Premium income. But that's just basic information, and you probably already knew that. Let's go into the actual details of how much it made and the juicy stuff. What we see here is the video CPM and RPM. Now, a CPM is how much a video makes per 1,000 views, and the RPM is how much the creator makes per 1,000 views after YouTube has taken their cut out. So there's a revenue share between YouTube and YouTube creators. YouTube takes 45%, and creators get 55%. So the RPM is with that already in the equation. So that means that per 1,000 views, this video is making $4.12. Now, the interesting thing about this RPM is it's not the same across all videos. The reason being is advertisers have the ability to target based on niches and keywords, as well as certain channels. And they have products and services they obviously want to sell. A good example of this is you've probably seen at some point Uber ads on the Rideshare Guy channel, which is kind of fitting. Well, that's because they're targeting the keywords of Uber and Lyft, and these are topics we cover on this channel. They could also be targeting the Rideshare Guy channel specifically so they can run certain ads. The same thing applies with all niches in YouTube, but different niches pay differently because how much advertisers are paying to get in front of certain audiences can vary depending on their audience. To illustrate this, we're going to take a look at another video that was done recently by Joe, where he talks about Uber extending the wait time. Now we're going to look at the RPM for that. You see how it's $15.55. That's pretty big difference, right? That's because that's targeting the rideshare niche as opposed to the other video, which is in the trucking niche. In other words, that RPM is actually low compared to our channel standards, which is kind of crazy. It makes me kind of think, what would the numbers be if we had the RPM of around $15 like this video? Oh, sorry, I guess I got caught daydreaming. Back to the video. So you might be thinking, Elijah, we know how much the video made now, but exactly what made it make that much aside from the technicalities of it? Not every video that's uploaded on YouTube goes viral. What's so special about this one that just made it boom? Let's get into it. So why do people love this video? It comes down to 4 things. The first one is it's actually pretty funny. People like to be entertained. Of course, you don't have to take my word for it. Let's actually read some comments from the viewers of the video. Inspect all 110 items on a DOT checklist. Best joke I've ever heard in a while. Has a lot of upvotes too. As a trucker, I was dying of laughter and tears due to the sheer honesty of this. Has almost 3,000 thumbs up. Your sense of humor is very much appreciated. Sounds like a tough job, especially when you spend so much time on the road, but still you make others laugh. We need more people like you out there. Just be as safe as possible, please. I wish this guy had his own YouTube channel. Hilarious and informative, John. Actually, Vlog Brothers, he does have his own YouTube channel called Trucking Seriously. You can check it out in the description or in the pinned comment of this video. Being entertained is always a joy, and it can help balance the equation of stress in our lives, especially when certain years want to rear their ugly head. 2020. I digress though. The second reason is it's informative. Although it is entertaining based on the comments you saw, you're not just being entertained and not learning anything. By the time you finish the video, you've learned a lot about how much you're getting paid as a truck driver, as well as what it's like being a truck driver. Most people in that video feel like John really over-delivered when it comes to informing people about the life of a truck driver and the salary. Of course, we're not going to take Elijah's word. Let's look at the comments. As a former truck driver, this is 100% accurate and made me a bit nostalgic for driving over the road. Just a bit. So a former truck driver is really feeling this. As an OTR driver of 15 years, I have to say this is probably the best and most succinct description of truck driving and the human condition I have seen. So in other words, not only are casual viewers enjoying the video, but truck drivers are really validating a lot of what John is saying. Needless to say, if you have an interest in being a truck driver, then this video does you a lot of justice. And there are some people that didn't have any interest in being a truck driver. They still watched and enjoyed it. The third reason is it has pattern interrupts. So a pattern interrupt is something that kind of resets your visual attention span so that you don't slowly get bored and a little more tired. Why does that matter? Because if you start to get bored, the chances of you clicking off the video and doing something else starts to increase. Throughout that video, you saw that John was showing you footage of what it's like to be a trucker, in addition to him continuing to speak to you about the details, the benefits, and the pay. All that is visually resetting. You kept seeing something different. It wasn't just someone staring at the camera talking like I'm doing right now. Maybe I should take a little note from John's video. This matters because the longer someone watches your video, like we're going to cover later, the more YouTube is told that, hey, this video is pretty good. Let me start showing it to more people. And the fourth reason that people love this video is it's pretty simple, which makes it highly shareable. See, when things are overly complicated or very niche specific, it's very hard for them to go viral because videos go viral when they're shared and people share simple things. If you share something with a friend, you don't want to have to give them the whole backstory of this or that or having to give them the details of the situation. You just want to be able to share it. And that's what people have done with John's video. If we look into the analytics and we swing over to the reach, let's scroll down and we see that a good portion of the external traffic sources came from Reddit. That's because someone shared this video on Reddit, people loved it, and that sparked a viral wave that's still going to this day. That likely wouldn't have happened if John's video wasn't simple making it highly shareable. That's why people love this video. But why did YouTube go crazy promoting it? Let's get into that now. There are 3 ingredients that must be in place in order for a video to go viral. That's what we're going to speak on now. The first being the title. I know it might seem overly simple, but bear with me for a sec. The title of the video is Truck Driver Salary. Here's what it's really like to be a truck driver. Let's actually break down why that's such a good title. The first reason it's a good title is because it's very SEO friendly. It has the term truck driver in there, truck driver salary specifically, and people are always searching for how much truck drivers make. The second thing is the title gives you a snippet of what you can expect from the video without necessarily answering the question itself. So right off the get-go, you know this is showing you how much a truck driver is going to get paid and what is it really like to be a truck driver, what's their day like. That's the expectation that the title was saying, but it's not answering those questions directly. That's the job of the video to do. The second thing that a video has to have for a video to go viral is a very good thumbnail. The thumbnail is the image on the video that you see before you click on it. So in other words, that's kind of like the book cover to the book that's supposed to get you interested to actually go further. So let's take a look at the thumbnail that we have right here. The thumbnail says, here's what it's really like to be a truck driver. So it's saying exactly what you're going to get. This is important because in some way, a person needs to know what the video is going to be about without actually reading the title. They should read the title for elaboration, but most people, as they're scrolling through YouTube, they just notice the picture, and the picture's got to be able to grab their attention and say what they're going to get if they watch this video. So text on the thumbnail says what they're going to get. You see some Doritos, which is kind of like, that's kind of intriguing. And then you see John in the rearview mirror in the background with a trucker hat on. That's intriguing enough to have people click on the video. When we swing back to the analytics section and look at reach, you can get feedback on a thumbnail by looking at the click-through rate. The click-through rate is the percentage of people that are actually clicking on that thumbnail versus how many people the video is actually served to. A good click-through rate is usually going to be above 2%. If you have anything under 2%, then that means that your thumbnail could use some work. The third thing that has to be in place in order for a video to go viral is a high watch time duration. So we're going to swing to the overview, scroll down, and here's where we can get information on audience retention. Now, the information that YouTube is giving us here is how long people are actually watching the video. We see this percentage, average percentage viewed is 61.3%. A good percentage to shoot for, obviously you can get 100%, that'd be awesome, but that's just not practical. Not everyone's gonna watch the full video. It is what it is. But a good percentage to shoot for is between 40% and 60%. That's telling YouTube that, hey, this video is pretty good, let me start recommending it. Because you got to remember, YouTube wants to serve more ads. So a video that people are watching a lot of gives YouTube more opportunities to serve more ads to them. So they're going to promote that video over other videos. But keep in mind what I said. I said a very good percentage to shoot for is between 40 and 60%. We have 61.3%. So it's even above that. That's telling YouTube that, hey, this video is good, let's serve it to more people. To break this down even further, we're going to go into the analytics of it. And we're going to look at relative audience retention. That might sound like a big word, but it just means that everyone's watching your video. And as the video goes, you're going to start to lose some of them. Some people might click on other videos. Some people might start doing something else. And then by the time the video is over, how many people are still remaining on the video? This graph compares your video to other videos on that topic, in this case, other trucking videos. And it's saying that it's above average when compared to other trucking videos all the way up to almost 5 minutes. So most of the video people are watching, and that's why YouTube went crazy promoting the video. Bringing this full circle, let's go back to how much the video made, because everything I've spoken of so far, all of this played a role in how this video managed to get so many views and how I made $15,418.84. That, in a nutshell, is how this trucking video got 3.7 million views. That does it for this video. If you have any questions or comments or stories, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, as well as subscribe if you're new and hit that bell notification so you can be notified when we drop another video. We publish new videos every single week, so be sure to stay up to date. And if you like this video, giving us a thumbs up would be very much appreciated. That does it for now. Be safe, be profitable. Elijah out.